This is the Tech Educator 101 channel. So in using the Slack Package Plus plugin, I was able to come across a kind of a derivative distro of Slackware called Salix, I believe. Salix. Linux for the lazy slacker. They kind of are doing, they've got their own repos. They're packaging some of their own stuff. Sounds like they might have some of their own tools. The installer is also much smaller, or the ISO is much smaller. So I thought I would give it an install and see what it is about. They don't have a current. It doesn't look like it's stable. It's 15 stable, so it's based on the 5 series kernel. So it is a little dated, I guess you could say. But I mean, that's nothing new to Slackware. They kind of had to do their own thing at their own time when they want to. So let's see what this is about. So looks really similar to a Slackware install. I'm going to partition the drive for EFI with, again, that's it's really big. 256 meg would probably be fine, but for this, I'm not too worried about disk space. And then my main partition, let's just do 95. That'll be 4 gig for a swap type, like swap and type and EFI. There we go. Install. Okay, yes, SDA. Oh, looks like it loads CG disk. I am not familiar with CG disk, but it looks not unlike CF disk. I already did the partition table, so I'm just going to quit. All right, swap space. No, I don't want to check for black blocks. There is the installation partition, format. It's possible. I'm not sure what Salix's default is. Maybe XFS, since that's what I chose for this. I'm just gonna do extension 4. I'm not too worried about that. EFI, okay, yes. This is from an ISO image. I'll have to do CD. Hard drive, FTP. Interesting, okay. Okay, so full default everything. 1 application per task. Okay, so this will be quite a bit smaller than the default Slackware, because the full Slackware will install anything that's Slackware itself is packaged. Looks like this is just going to be 1 application per task, so just fairly basic. The basic installs just the basic environment and web browser. The core, okay, is just basically if you want to just a server install, bare bones. Okay, so full. Okay, install UELO. Yes. Yes. Bam, local time. Okay, Mountain. Cal. Sure, enable it. Okay, this is a departure. So it's more kind of modern where the root user is disabled. and you're using sudo with a normal user. Create. Okay. All right, here's something different. So instead of editing the text file, you can choose a mirror. Let's find the US. Okay. And reboot. I don't remember seeing anywhere to change the host name during the install. So we're using XFCE by default. Why? Okay. So it looks like a pretty default desktop. Okay, here's a custom G-Slap. This must be one of the, looks like a front end for Slap package. Installed, so it's showing, looks like it is more than just updates. It shows everything installed. Update. This ISO is pretty old. I think it was about 2 years old. So there's probably, I would imagine, a lot of updates. Is this? Okay, so it shows not installed stuff too. Where's mark all upgrades? Oh, there was one. Oh, Firefox will be one. Okay, yeah. The installed version was 102, latest version was 28. So I marked all the upgrades. Let's go ahead and execute. That update the kernel? Is it? It did not. Okay, so it does look like, actually, I bet. Hmm. Oh. That's interesting. So it's not even. What if I wanted to mark it for update? Well, I did the update. Let's. No updates available. Preferences. Oh, they're not using slap package. Slap get. Oh, okay. Here we go. Here's the excludes. So it's excluding the kernel. Okay. Slap get. Slap. So I'm not too sure how this works in that phase. Anyway, so they use slapget. They have a front end for updates. They are excluding the kernel and some dev tools and some stuff. Okay. Let's see what else we got in here. I don't see anything not default or not just open source tools. Okay, there's a shortcut to install media codecs. You're looking for things that are different than, custom tools, things like that would be different from most distributions. Sure, I don't need it anymore, right? Desktop. That actually, oh, here we go. So, looks like they're also, I don't see anything else custom. There's to choose a new mirror. Oh, there's the host name. Okay. FlatHub. So it looks like they're building FlatHub in by default, which actually, for something like, Steam, would be a great way to get some of these tools that are typically somewhat difficult on Slackware to install. Yeah. Was VLC? Oh yeah, VLC would be actually. Let's doing that. I'm going to. curious if VLC is in Salix. VLC, okay. 3017. I think that is a bit older, but it is there. I am curious. Oh, okay, it's not that old. For some reason, I thought, oh, that's built 4 months ago. Okay. No. 3021. Okay, so it's not super old. 3017, I would probably actually just install, instead of installing the flat pack, I think the natives sometimes run a little better than when you're using like a flat pack or snap. They definitely take a lot more space than they would with the native package. Definitely not building to any speed records there. There it goes. Okay. So, an interesting distribution. For lower end machines, this desktop would be great. I'm not super partial to it. I am curious. Something like, okay, there's a bunch of KV. Yeah, so Plasma 5 is there. Something like, oh yeah, GNOME is there. GNOME is there too. So you do have a bunch of different options. Looks like you probably could install other desktops if you didn't want the default. But if you're looking for an easier to use Slackware, that I think is huge. I know Alien Bob is kind of working on flat hub support for regular Slackware. I'm sure it'll always be an add-on, but just the fact that it's been included by Salix by default is pretty cool. You can install really easily some of the apps that you might only be able to install older versions the normal way. So overall, that's kind of cool. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button. And if you want to see more of my content, please click subscribe. Have a great day.